What's up, guys, and welcome back to another YouTube video. And in today's video, I'm going to be breaking down exactly how I lost 30 pounds of stubborn fat while working in sports sales. And if you do these steps today and you do them right and you do them consistently, you too can lose 30 pounds of stubborn fat and even more, despite working a lot of hours, feeling like you're always constantly stuck on the go, and maybe not even have enough time to make it to the gym for your workouts. And for some of you, or maybe new to my world, or maybe don't know who I am just yet, my name is Tyler Jones, and I was a former sports sales executive for about a year in the NFL. And when I first got started in sports sales, guys, being hopefully honest, I was not used to the long days and the schedules, and I was super stressed out, had super low energy, relying on caffeine, relying on takeout, or even skipping meals for a majority of the day just to stay on top of the grind. And not gonna lie, I was in a pretty miserable place. And I'm sure some of you can relate to this out there. And before I knew it, being stuck in this shitty cycle, I had gained 30 pounds in about 4.5 months, right? And it kind of all hit me like a train one day. I'm like, what the fuck just happened to me? And I still felt stuck. I still felt lost because I didn't know how to now prioritize my health and fitness while constantly being on the go, right? I had no strategy, no plan of action. And honestly, no motivation because I didn't know even where to start. And it wasn't until after I had gained all that weight and kind of got sick of being in this cycle and not feeling confident in my body that I had reached out to a coach and we were able to put something together, the same exact system I'm going to share with you today and those steps that helped me lose that same 30 pounds that I gained in the next 4 months, and which led me to have higher energy, more confidence, and even doubling my sales before, I left the industry. And if you want to lose that same 30 pounds of stubborn fat or even more, just make sure to take some notes on this, guys, because it is a simple system that will help you in only under 5 hours per week that you need to dedicate to this. So let's jump right in. So with my limited schedule, the first thing I focused on was my nutrition and my sleep, guys. So I see the biggest mistake, especially people in the world of sales, sports, or even if you want to go even a little bit deeper, sports sales as a whole, is that they just eat on the go a lot and they don't prioritize their sleep. And if you guys can just do these two things, focus on that for even the first month or two, you will see a huge change in your results with your stubborn fat, but also just how you feel on the day to day, right? Which will naturally give you more motivation to keep pushing. And when you're not focusing on your nutrition, if you're not focusing on your sleep, that's when everything, again, just spirals out of control because they all tie back to how you feel. Right? And if you're just kind of eating whatever you want, you're naturally going to put on more body fat because your body needs a certain amount of calories to be within in order to lose stubborn fat, calorie deficit, right? And if you're not getting enough sleep, then your body can't continue its daily cycle and, do the things it needs to do on a daily basis, which is only going to set you back in your results even further. So what can you do? And this is what I did, but again, you can do what you want, but this is what I did. I focused on dialing in my calories, so I focused on getting the right amount of calories that I needed in order to lose that 30 pounds. So I got that number, and then two, once I got that number, I started focusing on sleeping 7 to 9 hours per night. And within the first month, I was down 10 whole pounds. And why? It's because I controlled nutrition, which is 70 to 80% of the game, and that way I got my sleep. I was even able to burn calories while in my sleep and fat, and my body was able to be recharged and going to the next day, which increased my productivity, guys. So step number one is to focus on your nutrition and your sleep because those are the two cornerstone pillars of your success when it comes to losing fat. The second thing I did once I integrated being on top and developed a good habit with my nutrition and sleep, then I started to integrate working out and focusing on staying active. So what did that look like? I did not focus on doing a bunch of cardio 4 days a week, even though people will tell you to do that. The industry will tell you to do that. I focused specifically on weight training. Why? Because in order to lose fat, you need to have more muscle. And again, this is where I see people make the biggest mistake. They focus on, just doing a bunch of cardio, going for a bunch of runs. And yes, cardio will help you burn calories, but those calories are not just fat. It's a combination of, water, muscle, food that you just ate, body fat as well. But if you're not lifting weights, you will be just burning your muscle along with that, which is you might lose the weight on the scale, but you're also going to lose a lot of muscle mass, which is going to give you that soft, not defined tone look that you're looking for. all because you just decide to run your way. And again, I don't blame you guys. I blame the industry for not being open and transparent with you on what it takes to get this lean tone physique. So that's the biggest mistake I see people make, especially people in sports sales, because they come from a natural athletic background. So what did I do? I focused on going to the gym 3 days a week, lifting weights, combination of 3 full body days, kind of hitting a little bit of everything in the beginning. And then I started to switch to focusing on more push days, which is like chest and shoulders. The next day would be legs, and then the third day would be back and buys, right? Just kind of switching it up a little bit. But once I got into that routine, I started with full body workouts 3 days a week. And then I focused on staying active throughout my day. Because let's be honest, who wants to go to a fucking gym and just stand on a treadmill for an hour, right? So I made my cardio fun. And the best way to lose body fat when it comes to cardio, because it's a supplement, you want to supplement into your routine, is doing steady state cardio, which is walking, right? So I made sure to aim for 7,000 to 8,000 steps per day in the beginning. And then once I got more of a hang of it, I shot up to 10,000 steps. Because if you hit 10,000 steps a day, that can burn up to 500 calories. Again, this is why you do cardio, like walking, cardio, right? In hand to hand with strength training and doing more strength training, because as you build more muscle, your body now can let go of more body fat, because muscle doesn't replace body fat. You can't turn body fat into muscle, right? I know that's the biggest myth out there, but what you can do is build more muscle, and now your body is going to allow itself to let go of the body fat, right? Because once that ratio starts to get higher, now your body's metabolism is going to speed up because you have more muscle mass than you do body fat. And the walking, the cardio is also good for your heart health, guys. Again, it's going to help with your energy, and it's just going to help with you burning calories around the clock. So that's the second thing I focused on. And then lastly, this is one of my favorite approaches that I still implement to this day and implement with all of my clients. And that is something called the standards over schedule approach. It's a very common thing that I see in the world of sports, and I see a lot of executives make this mistake, is that they live and die by their schedule, right? If they don't start on Monday, then their week's ruined. If they don't halfway through the week, if they're not in the gym or they haven't been to the gym once, they just say, fuck it, whatever, I'll just pick back up next week. And they just keep delaying the process, or just become super inconsistent. And when you're inconsistent, you can't build a habit, guys. You can't start to integrate more things because you're still stuck on this one thing. So that's why I do something called standards over schedules, which is set the standards of what you want to get done every single week. And for me, what did that look like? The 3 workouts per week, right? Tracking my nutrition at least 5 days per week and hitting my calorie targets. And then one day, every day, I would drink a gallon of water. And then obviously on those same everyday things, I would also try to aim for 7 to 9 hours of sleep per night. And with that, you can set a standard of 5 days at least I'm getting, or half the week getting 7 to 9 hours of sleep. I know it's tricky in the world of sales, but those were my standards. And when I had that standards, it took the pressure off having to live and die by a schedule, because even if I missed Monday's workout, or I didn't go to the gym Tuesday, I still had Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 5 days left to hit 3 workouts, which means there's still an opportunity to get shit done. And the same thing with your nutrition. If you don't start Monday and Tuesday, you still got Wednesday through Sunday to track your nutrition. And again, when you have that flexibility, it's going to take a lot of pressure off of you to be perfect and to beat yourself up and feel guilty for not going to the gym. As long as you hit the standards by the end of the week, you'll still be on pace and still see success with your health and fitness no matter what, as long as you hit the standards, guys. So guys, that is the exact system that I followed. And within that 4 months, like again, after integrating, my nutrition and sleep first in the first month, then integrating working out, and then obviously still sticking to the standards over schedules, I was able to drop that 30 pounds of stubborn fat in the next 4 months, even after gaining it, and obviously starting with working with a coach, guys. So I hope this was super helpful for you guys. Feel free to implement this system as well. And as always, if you have any other questions for me, you can feel free to reach out to me on Instagram or LinkedIn directly. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Like and comment on the video. And as always, I will see you guys in the next video and talk to you soon. Peace.